just got a ding, and that means Miss Vicki is joining us today. She's here. How you doing, Miss Vicki? Can you hear us? Can you hear me?
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Okay.
Okay, there we
Can
go.
you hear?
I can hear. And
Oh.
it's recorded.
Oh, good. Yes, I can see. I discovered what it was.
What
But
happened
Vicki,
was,
ladies and gentlemen, please let me introduce you to Ms. Vicki. Miss Vicki is a breast cancer survivor, and she's a very dear friend. And I want to take this opportunity to welcome you, Miss Vicki, to the second installment of the Total Entertainment Package.
hello, hello, hello.
So, Miss Vicki,
Yes.
how did you find out that you had breast cancer? How did you find out?
Well, like I said, I've always been an advocate for women's health, including my own. And I always did my breast exams, and I always get a mammogram once a year. So I got my mammogram, and it came back, you got to take another one. I'm like, it's nothing. Because about 2 years before that, they said the same thing. So I'm like, it's nothing. But this time it was something. So it's funny because the girl at the doctor's office at my primary doctor called me. And it's the way that she said it. She said, Vicki. I said, God darn it, I got it. I just knew. Because she's always, she didn't greet me that way. She'd been like, hey, Vic, what's up? Doctor wants you to call. But she was like, Vicki. So I had to wait the whole weekend before. But I was like, whatever I got, I'm going to face it head on and do what I got to do. So they were like, can you come in? I'm like, So when I got in, they were like, yeah, it's positive, but it's really little. And I'm going to give you to the doctor, and then you'll go and talk to her. And she was great, Dr. Shell. I mean, she gave me a big, thick book like that with all kind of cancer resources and everything, explaining where it was and what she was going to do. And my sister wasn't there, but she was on the phone, so she was asking questions, and she was answering all of her questions and why I had to have the surgery and why I had to have maybe chemo and all of that. So it was pretty interesting to have all of that done. But like I said, it's a series of tests and more tests to see where you are, how big it is, and all kind of stuff. So
Vicki, did any of your other family members, your close family members, were they ever diagnosed with breast cancer or any type of cancer?
No, well, cancer, but not breast cancer. My father died of lung cancer, but he was in his 70s when he passed, and he had been smoking cigarettes since he was 9 years old. I'm telling you, man, my grandmother had pancreatic cancer, and so those were like the only two cancer people, in our family, just those two. So my mom didn't have cancer or anything like that. So it was a little surprise, but I wasn't. I was, it's kind of like the unknown, but I just knew, I was going to overcome it. I was going to be strong, and I was on my journey, and I had to just follow it through, no matter what happened, what obstacles got in the way. I had to win. Winning was my only option. And then again, like I said, what can I do to encourage other women through my journey? I didn't want to just get sick and just have cancer. No, I wanted to be a survivor, but I wanted to document my journey to encourage other people that had cancer. It was like, if she can do it, I can do it, So that's what I did.
That's awesome. So how long of a process was it from the beginning until the time that they told you that you were cancer free? How long did that process take?
Well, I started in July, and actually in October, I had this surgery. So I would say like around the end of October, they said that I was cancer free. But when they do these different tests, they were talking about the micro organisms, like so tiny you can't see it. They were still there, even though you couldn't see it, and they wanted to use the chemo to kill it. They didn't want it to, form some other place. And I had, she took out 2 lymph nodes in my left arm because it was on my left side. And one of the lymph nodes had cancer in it. So they're like, yeah, we should do the chemo, and then we'll see about radiation. So they did the chemo, and that was 4 rounds once every 3 weeks.
Once every 4 rounds, once every 3 weeks.
Yeah,
that had to have definitely played on your mind some kind of way with going through all of that.
Yeah, because it's the unknown. You just everybody's journey is different. So my the way I feel when I had chemo may be different from the way somebody else feels, and vice versa. So you got to go through it, and then you just deal with it when you're going through it. Oh, okay, now what should I do next? But like I said, I had really good doctors, really good support system. My son, he was there. He took me to all my appointments, and then after that, I don't know, it was on my end. I'm telling you, my phone. So it was me. It was me. Something pops up on my phone. I don't know what it is. And I don't even do anything. It just pops up. This may not be supported, but I didn't do anything. So anyway, yeah. So I just went to, all my doctor's appointments, and there's all kind of tests you got to take. But the best test that I took was a full body scan. That's to detect any cancer. And when they did the full body scan, I didn't have any cancer anywhere. So not only they had got that cancer, but there wasn't any cancer anywhere else in my body. So that was and nothing else. You know how you may have a heart attack, or you may be doing this, or you may be doing that. Nothing. I was so happy, when I got that test. But like I said, it was a journey. It was a process. But just having faith and having people to talk to, like yourself. My son was really instrumental, like I said, in helping me. Some really good friends. I have a friend, and we chat on the phone like every day. I just knew I was going to make it. I just knew I had something positive had to come out of me being sick. I just couldn't be sick. Just like, oh, everybody just gets cancer. Yeah, but what can you do with that? I mean, how can you encourage other people? Most people that get sick, they do become an advocate, because they just don't want to just be sick, because I feel like we're the chosen ones, So what do I have to, what can I do to help other people? So we had a couple good organizations, or one definitely that came out of it. So,
So Vic, when your hair started coming out, I imagine that was truly a wake-up call there for you, wasn't it?
Yeah.
How did you feel?
Well, I think that out of everything, that hurt the most. When my hair started falling out, that was, you have cancer. Even though I knew I had it, I went through everything. When my hair fell out, I had cancer. I was going to look like those people you see in the street. I was going to be bald-headed. I was going to be like, oh, I don't want people to feel sorry for me. Like, because, when you see people like that, you go, oh, I feel so, like, no, don't feel sorry for me. Pray for me. I'm good. I got this, So when my doctor told me that my hair was going to fall out, she was like, oh, but we have a room with wigs, and you can come and choose 2 wigs. And I was like, okay, that's going to be cute. I walked into the room, looked around, and mostly all the rooms or the wigs looked like Mama's family wigs. They was wigs. I was like, okay, So no wigs for women of color. So I was just chanting one day, and it came to me, you need to, do something about that wig situation, because it really didn't sit well with my soul. And then we came up with Hair for Her, where I went online. I had on one of the blonde wigs that they had given me. And I was like, oh, look at the wig that they gave me. And then I was like, come on, y'all. And I pulled it off. I'm like, no. You know, this is the choices that we had, and we need to support women of color and brown women, you know, with some wigs that are our flavor. So a lot of people send in wigs to the doctor's office. They sent them here to my home, and we took them over, and we've been donating wigs. So we'll put that information up too if you guys want to continue to donate wigs. So you know, people are going to always have cancer. It's never going to stop. So we're always going to need wigs. So hair for her, and to donate wigs for women of color. And they don't have to be new wigs. Like I said, slightly gently used. Not something that you've been wearing for the last 20 years.
Something slightly used, huh?
Slightly gently used. Maybe you wore it 2, 3, 4 times. And like, I don't like this wig no more. Okay, we'll give it to us. Because they actually have someone that comes, washes the wigs, and styles them. So, you know,
okay.
Yeah, we can do that. We can do that.
So when you first found out that you were diagnosed with cancer, who's the first person that you told about that?
Like I said, I can't hardly remember who. I think I told my friend David. I didn't tell my son for a while because I knew he was gonna freak out. So, you know, I had to kind of be okay, hold on. I'm sorry. That was a call coming in.
That's okay.
Accept it. And so I just talked to my friend David, and you know, a lot of tears, but it's like, look, okay, let's get it all out. It's over with. What's our game plan? We got to win. Let's go. So when I told my son, you know, he looked, I said, hey, look, if I'm not worried, don't you worry. When I start worrying, then you worry. I'm like, I got this. So, you know, immediately he jumped into the son, I'm gonna say mama mode, you know, took me to my appointments, to all my surgeries, and, you know, just been a really good kid. You know, excuse me, he's a grown man, but you know, he was my baby, so I'm gonna call him. That's my son, you know, that's my best friend. You know, I had him when I was young, so we kind of grew up together. You know, I don't understand. It's like, you know, his little girlfriend, oh, how you be so close with your mother? He's like, man, that's my mom. You don't even know what we've been through together, you know. So, and I said he was one of the reasons too. And I was determined to win because I lost my mother when I was about 28. And I said I wanted to be around for as long as I could for him. You know, so I'm waiting for my grandbabies. I ain't got no grandbabies, okay? Shoot, he's 42 years old. I told him he's gonna be a 50-year-old man running around after some kids, okay? And it's like, I need you to hurry up. So before I get too old to be running after some kids, I'll be like, come get these damn kids, okay?
Vicki, everything is pretty much what you picture and capitulate in your mind, especially when you are going through something that's just so devastating. What about your mindset? Where was it during this whole process?
Well, you know, I just made a determination to win. And one of the things that I do is I have a notebook. It's like this. Got it from Dollar Tree. And I write in my book every day. And one of the things that I wrote in the book was that I wouldn't get sick doing chemo, that I was going to win. And, you know, that was just going to be it. I'm sorry, I was saying no battery. I tell you, I was going to win no matter what, you know. So that was my determination. So I wrote, I chanted, I wrote, and that just, you know, it all begins with your mind. You know, if I would have said, oh, I'm gonna be so sick, then that's what I would have attracted to my life. I'm like, no, when I go through chemo, you know, like I said, I never got sick. I never threw up one time. I had all kind of medicine that they gave me. The worst of it was the Neulaska, which builds white blood cells. But once I got in the lead, and you can take Claritin, that helps a whole lot. On my last treatment, I had started noticing that people were finishing, but nobody was ringing the bell. I asked the lady, I said, well, where's the bell? She's like, oh, we got to get a bell. I'm like, oh yeah, because I'm going to ring the hell out that bell. And I joined a cancer support group, and that was felt that they got cheated because they didn't ring the bell. So I want to ring the bell for them and myself,
Mm-hmm.
Determined. I'm like, I got to ring that bell. So I did. I rang that bell. I'm like, this is it. And I told the ladies, I said, I love you, but I don't want to see you no more. This is But it was times when I was hurting really bad. There was times when your mind will play tricks on you, but you just gotta be stronger than your mind. So you have to be the master of your mind and not let your mind master you.
Mm-hmm.
So when I would start feeling stupid or crazy or whatever, I make a phone call, talk to some people, chant a little bit, because it's not a perfect storm when you're going through this stuff. You're gonna have some waves, some's gonna crash into your boat, some may even turn you over, but always know there's tomorrow or later on in the day. You don't feel good right now, get some rest, and then after that, we're gonna do what we got to do. So everything is gonna always work out, but it begins with our mindset. It really does. And then after I got through the chemo, I had to do radiation. So I'm sorry, this is one of the things, my nose always runs now. That never happened, but that happens now. Radiation was a little tough. I still have some scars, you can tell right here. And then all of this underneath my arm, all of this was black. And it was the left side that they did the surgery on. So I did, supposed to be 30 rounds. So it was, I did 22. I felt like that was enough because my arm had like 3rd-degree burns. It was really bad. So, and the thing about radiation, it takes 10 minutes to do it. So you go in, take off your top, and then you go lay on the table, and they have this foam when you first, it's like you get fitted. So make sure that you're in the same position every time. And so you get in your little foam thing, and then they go out the room and they do it, and you're done. But so even though you're still working, even though you're not doing it's still working. So my arm had got so bad that I was like, it was very painful and stuff. So I just decided that, I had did enough. And I looked at my arm and I'm like, if anything is alive after this, it can't be killed, okay? So I was done. And like I said, I fussed at my 2 girlfriends. They were like, oh, it's like a sunburn. I'm like, y'all hussies lied. There wasn't no sunburn. That was a 3rd-degree burn. Talking about that little burn. Yeah, right. Okay, whatever. So my best friend Allison and my friend Janine, and Janine actually was the first person that told me about Buddhism. That's so strange that we both shared this karma. Allison, we've been friends. We lived across the street from each other. So, it's been a long friendship. So they both got it. So they were kind of like my mentors. I could call either one and they would encourage me and tell me, okay, this was going to happen next. Sometimes I think they were a little scared, but I'm like, I'd rather for you to be honest with me, than me to find out later, like with the sunburn. I would have been like, I'm telling everybody, hey, y'all, that shit burn, okay? So I'm not sugarcoating it, but they'll give you cream and pain pills, but you still got to go through it. Go through it, and then you come out on the other side and you got another 10, 20, 30, 40 years ahead of you, but if you don't, that's it. And now with the Rona, and by my immune system being compromised, I have to be extra, careful. But I always wear a mask. I don't go out much. If I go out, it's basically, to get food. Other than that, I'm not socializing or anything like that. My son will come over and bring stuff, but he has a mask on. I have a mask on, and he leaves. So, I'm being careful because this stuff is real. And
Yes,
it's like
it is.
through all that pain, they catch a little virus and take me out. No, man, I can't do it. I just can't do it. So y'all better be careful out there. And I get so angry when I see you know, these young, African American kids and just kids in general out there just acting like, oh, it ain't true, it ain't this, it ain't that. It is true. Don't you see the statistics? Don't you see people dying? Don't you see your grandmama and them dying? This is the truth. So you got to really be careful,
I wanted to ask you about how your faith played into your being able to get through this.
That was everything, you got to have some type of faith. If you don't have faith, you got to have a support group. You got to have something, because it will take a toll on your mind, but with faith, it gives you, hope and courage and confidence that you can overcome anything, and like I said, I've been a Buddhist for 35 years. I chant Nam Myoho Renge Kyo like Tina Turner, and that I chant hours a day. Right now I'm on a campaign. I chant between 2 to 3 hours every day, and it's just, again, to just have strength, because I don't know what this is all about right now, but whatever it is, I'm in it to win it, and I want to be around when it's over, to be able to tell my story, and again, hopefully to encourage, other people. So, it is what it is, but definitely, some type of faith. And, and I tell people, get something that's for your life. Don't get something for somebody else's life, because what may be right for you may not be right for others, and vice versa. And, all my life the years I've been a Buddhist, I've always had people try to convert me. And it really angers me, because I found something that works for my life. Accept it. This is it. I'm not never, ever, ever, never, ever changing. I've never tried to change any of my Christian friends to be Buddhist. Never. Have I said, oh, you need to at least stop doing that? No. If you want to come and find out what I do, come to a meeting or whatever, that's up to you. But I'm never going to make you change what you believe in, because if it works for you, it works for me. So I wish that people would respect me in that regards and stop trying to change what I believe in. And I appreciate all the accolades and people sending things, and because that's what they believe in. So I appreciate that. But just don't try to change me, because I ain't going, okay? But just what they say, I ain't going, no.
Well, Vicki, I tell you, I am just so happy that you have gotten over this, and you're just a standout individual. You're just a so positive, uplifting. You make me feel good, even when you're feeling bad. After talking to you, I would feel so good, and I get off the phone and say, she's going through it, and now she's got me feeling bad. I mean, I said, I just love you so much.
I love you.
And when you got through it, I was just ecstatic, so happy for you. What information would you give anybody out there as a parting message to anyone that may find themselves going through the same situation?
Well, I couldn't work, so there's a lot of different resources. And I hate to say, I have no idea what's out there now because of what we're going through.
Mm-hmm.
They can try, but when I found out information, I kept information. So if anybody wants to contact me, if they say, I'm going through it, I need some money, there's organizations that'll pay your rent. There's organizations that will send you a gift card every month. There's organizations that will give you a gas card to get to your doctor's appointment. So it's just different organizations for what you need. But send you the information, but then you got to do the legwork to figure out which one works for you. But at least I can get the information in their hands, because there's so much and there's so many. One organization may be in Texas, but they cover the whole United States. Then there may be organizations. I made a lot of phone calls. I said, oh, well, we don't do this, but call these people. So it was like a snowball effect. So I just kept gathering all the information, writing it down, holding on to it. And I said, so if anybody needs help, at least I can direct them to, try this, go there, do this, do that. So kind of take a little bit of the legwork out. But once I give them the info, then they have to finish up on their end. But there's grants, everything. And like I said, a lot of organizations will pay your rent, and they'll help you out. So, and there's a lot of money in cancer. There's a lot of money in cancer. So you don't really have to be alone, and you don't have to feel like I can't make it, because that's what kind of happened to me when I went to my doctors. I'm like, yo, I need some money. I can't work. It's like, oh, wait a minute. And then they started giving me information. And I was applying for these grants, and they helped out a whole lot with my rent. And then I did a GoFundMe page a couple times, and that helped out tremendously. Again, thank you all for all of that, because, it helped me with my bills. So, I was very fortunate that, a couple times I got a little slim, but for the most part, from the time I stopped working in August, I was okay. So, I've been blessed now that, I don't have to go back to work, that I've gotten to the point where I'm good, so I can stay home, continue to recover, and don't have to worry, and also don't have to go out and work and be out in the workforce, because I do home health aid, and I don't want to be around those sick people, So it's a good thing, that I'm here where I am now.
Well, Miss Vicki, I want to thank you for coming on the Total Entertainment Package to express to everyone how you got through your situation with dealing with breast cancer. And for those of you out there that want to contact Miss Vicki, give them your contact information here, but I'm also going to put it on the page as well, but give it to them right here if you don't mind, please.
You have pictures and some little different videos and stuff, right?
Like yeah, we're going to put those up. Yes.
You can see my little track. But so my number is 202-361-2931. One more time, 202-361-2931. Just call. If I'm not available, I'll call you back, leave a message. But, the number is there to help. So if you need help, encouragement, whatever, laugh, I got the ability to do that too. So whatever you need, I'm your girl, Miss Vicki, holla.
That's right. And for those of you out there that would like to come on the Total Entertainment Package and discuss your situation, no matter what it is, we'd love to hear from you. And you can reach me at totalentertainmentpackage@gmail.com. You can also call us at 202-239-0643. I'm going to say the number again, 202-239-0643. And we invite you to join our Facebook group, which is the Total Entertainment Package. Total Entertainment Package. That's our Facebook group. And that's where you'll be able to see all the videos of all the interviews that we do, and we start discussions. We have a lot of different events that we have put in our mind to bring to you, since now we have to social distance. And I'm so thankful that the technology is the way it is today. So you don't have to be in our physical location. So no matter where you are in the world, if you have an internet connection and you want to be on the Total Entertainment Package, you can be on, because technology has definitely made it so that we can be face to face. All right?
I'm in Florida.
Yeah.
I'm in Florida. You in DC.
That's right.
So, we can do this.
That's right. And again, Vic, I want to thank you so very much. You're so dear to my heart. I love you with all my heart and soul. You're a great friend, one of my bestest friends. And I thank you for coming on the Total Entertainment Package today.
And love you. All right.
All right, everybody. That's going to do it for today. So go to our Facebook page, Facebook group, Total Entertainment Package. Thank you so very much. I'm Tep. Peace and blessings.
Bye.
Thank you. Thank you. Love you.